Let's get it. As one, Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork you will not get anywhere else, where we do not teach you how to rise to the occasion. We teach you how to fall to your level of preparation, making sure you're prepping day in and day out. It was a solid 6-mile run today. After a 10-mile run, felt great to get back out here. And, you know, when you had that double-digit day run and then you come back with a 10K, that's what I mean when I say prepping, fall into your level of preparation, meaning when it's time to sign up for the 10K, you crush that thing, you go win your age group, you go get after, you go, you know, making in the top 5, top 2, whatever it is, whatever the thing is, and eventually you look to win the race outright. Just straight up go ahead and dust everybody. All right, that's what it's all about. Mentality, and falling to your level of preparation. All right, so let's get into let's get into today's Move Swiftly thought. And I've kind of sort of late to the party when it comes to me reacting to this, because part of it, honestly speaking, embarrasses me. It embarrasses me to be involved with athletics. For the WNBA players to come out during an All-Star game that I didn't even know was going on, and neither did you, if you're being honest, right? For the WNBA players to come out in an All-Star game and to not make headlines. The headlines weren't about the actual game, the quality of the game in itself. The headlines were the fact that they wore shirts saying, "Pay us what you owe us," is absolutely embarrassing. It's embarrassing me to be involved with athletics, all right? The nerve of these ladies. And let me just break this whole thing down, because I had to I have my good friend Kimberly Blue, who's a HR person. She's in HR, she works in the HR world, and we do a show every single Sunday titled Stay Hired Sunday. And I had to kind of flip her mindset when it comes to this. And, you know, she's the kind of woman that I love to work with, because she's open-minded enough to hear one side of the argument, not make, you know, snap judgment. She had a idea of, you know, ladies getting their fair pay, and this is what they use. This is how they use the propaganda, the whole concept of, you know, we want to make more than the men, and all of that, that type of rhetoric is what they use to make their argument. And if you're kind of looking at it on a surface level, it would make sense, because yes, there are situations in which women do deserve just as much money as the men. This is not one of those situations. We're talking about ladies who work for 4 months out of the year. The lowest WNBA salary is about $62,000. That's out of 4 months of work. 4 months of work, and you're getting $62,000. And you're complaining that you're not getting enough for only 4 months of work. So the difference between the WNBA and the NBA is you get 4 months of work versus the NBA, which they're working for about 8. They're doubling that. They're working about 8-9 months. They're going from all the way to October. Some teams are going from October all the way to the following June. All right. That's the difference. First of all, they're working longer, which means that's why they get paid more, number one. Just like in a typical job, somebody who's working longer for a longer time, you're going to get paid based on the amount of time you're working. Next thing is the fact that you would ask for more money, and then you would use this feminist argument. You would use this argument as if that you are paid, like you are owed a certain amount of money, when the league that you are playing for has not been profitable. It has not been profitable since it started. Not 1 year have they been profitable. So when it comes to what they owe you all, the people that just simply play and you're not responsible for you're not responsible for building the arenas. You're not responsible for organizing the games and organizing the schedules and getting the travel plans and getting everything in order. You just simply go out and play, all right? The fact that you think you're owed something, if you really want to get what you're owed, then honestly, you'd have to, if you really break down the numbers, you'd probably have to be paying them so you can be played, all right? You're getting more than your fair share, all right? So the issue and the problem and the embarrassment that comes with it is we start to see how far off a lot of these, like, just because you're a great athlete and you've made some noise, you've done some great things as an athlete, how far off you are in terms of your financial literacy and how to really bring out an argument, how to really properly educate yourself enough to know, hey, these are the things that these are the opportunities that we're asking for, versus coming out and just, telling the world pretty much, oh, we just deserve more money. But for what? With what have you accomplished? What have you created? What are the numbers? What exactly has gone on in the league to make it so now all of a sudden we got to pay you more as a player? That's ridiculous. In my take on it, my personal opinion on it, given someone who's worked with a ton of women, who has had a ton of women on this very platform that you're listening to this on. Again, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Women who actually have real pressure, like figuring out how they're going to feed their kids on one income, figuring out how to feed multiple kids on one income, cooking, cleaning, making sure they're taking care of them, traveling, figuring out how to make sure they're straight without having a partner, and then running their own business. All these sorts of women, these are the kind of women that come on my platform. If you're going to pay women more, those are the women that actually deserve more versus a lady who's putting a ball through a basket for 4 months out of the year. Like, come on, man, come on. It was an embarrassment to see that. It's wrong. They shouldn't get paid more, in my personal opinion. And the fact that there were some people that actually agreed with them, it's all just simping, and that's part of the problem. Continuing to spoil these ladies and thinking that it's going to be something that gets you a lot of clicks, and it's going to be something that is a positive result when it's not. All right, so that's my take on it. That's my take on it. And again, we just got to do better in terms of how we teach our financial literacy to our athletes who are excelling. You can't just, put them out. You can't just look at them and say just because they've been a success on the basketball court and just automatically think that makes it so they automatically are a success in everything or they know everything. All right. So all that being said, main website to check out to dive deeper into everything I'm doing, it's makeyourmove.com. That's MAKEYAMOVE.com. One-stop shop for your teamwork and your self-development needs. As one Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker. Checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.